back to part 4 of the list.
That does not miss.
On episode 93 here at Top Row Rally. So let's get started with the top 15 predictions of what WWE will look like
in 2020. Number 13, the Attitude Era will be gone. There are only a few Attitude Era stars left, with Kane, Big Show, Mark Henry, the Dudley Boys, and a handful of part-timers like Undertaker. Oh, currently on the roster. In 5 years, it's hard to imagine any of those people mentioned above still wrestling in the WWE, unless it is some sort of nostalgia match.
It'll be 2 years, they'll be gone. They'll be just memories.
That's right. Perhaps some of these guys could be managers, but realistically, the 3 big guys mentioned would be too large to be a traditional manager for anyone on the roster. In 5 years, and maybe before that, the roster will only consist of new blood. So the bold prediction is WWE will purge their talent, leaving no one on the roster who was employed before 2004 by 2020. That means Cena. Gotta go, son.
He's going to Hawaii, like I said earlier.
Because he was employed before 2004.
Him and Nikki's going to go to Hawaii for a little while. He's going back to Hollywood when Rock is taking a break.
Now, I could see, okay, one person I could see on that list, they're talking about manager. He wouldn't be a traditional manager, but I could see Kane being like a bodyguard.
I thought you were going to say Devon.
Being the Reverend? He's going to be a preacher manager?
Yeah, that helps.
No.
He's the new Brother Love.
Oh,
Testify.
Lord. No, but Kane could be like a bodyguard type thing, like he was doing with the Authority. He could do something like that, but I don't care about any of those people being there.
Okay, remember what I told you? You know, Kane had been on TV for a while. I mean, just here and there, like he could be gone if he was gone. Like Titus O'Neil. Do you miss him? No. All these people can be gone, even the Dudleys. I mean, people love the Dudleys, but they can be gone and it'll make a damn difference.
It would not.
And I think they're gonna, before they get gone, they will split up. Devon will go to the back, be an agent. They're going. WWE will do the Bully Ray thing,
right?
And then they'll run with that a little while, and he'll be done. So.
Which I'm okay with that. No, those guys right there.
So I think they're leading that way anyway. So.
Those guys right there, Kane, Big Show, Mark Henry, the Dudley Boys, they are Attitude Era stars. They're pretty much full-time right now, and they can go.
Yes.
And go on somewhere. That's another one that has nowhere for WrestleMania to be. I guess maybe they're going to let him win the Battle Royal because that's his last hurrah pretty much. Because he said after WrestleMania he was done. And that's where he was. He's from Dallas. So they need to give him at least a little something.
They will. He'll be tossed out by Braun Strowman.
There you go.
The new face that runs Vince's place.
That's right. But, I mean even that's John Cena included in that. Randy Orton's included in the 2004 thing. In that bold prediction. Brock Lesnar's included in that. Of course, Undertaker will be included in that. Triple H would no longer be wrestling. I mean, come on now. I mean, that is Goldust.
They don't need to.
They didn't include Goldust on that one. It would be another one.
But they don't. I mean, I'm sorry.
R-Truth was technically there before 2004.
It's time. It's time. It's time. It's time.
It's beta time.
It's time to have the new blood and forget the old fogies. I'm sorry. You're never going to gain anything if you keep having old fogies come back to save the day.
That's true. I saw that on the internet the other day. That I totally agree with.
Go with young people. Suck it up. Take your punches right now. In the long run, it will turn out good for you.
That's the same thing they did with John Cena and Randy Orton and Batista and Brock Lesnar when they came in. They quit worrying about the older guys, and they just pushed those 4 dudes, and look where it went. Well, look where it took them. Yeah. But if they only focus on, we got to have Brock here, we got to have Undertaker here, we got to have Cena here for WrestleMania, we got to have Triple H here for WrestleMania, we got to have all these guys, The Rock here for WrestleMania, and Stone Cold there for WrestleMania.
Shawn Michaels for WrestleMania.
Right. Super kick. Oh, but you can't get me back. You almost have it. Not fast enough.
I don't wrestle anymore. I'm sorry. Super kick.
But all those things, all those people right there, it basically minimizes your current roster.
Super kick.
That's right.
That's him. That's Shawn Michaels.
But it minimizes your current roster. It makes them look like they're not good enough to carry the ball.
They're not.
You gotta have all these people here because they're not good enough. No! Like you said, you take your punches now. You make it just about the younger guys. I mean, even AJ Styles is not one of the younger guys, but he's a newer guy.
He's fresh. He's new for him to be.
So you push those guys. Jericho wasn't even on that list. But anyway.
I'm fine with me and Jericho, too. I'm sorry.
But you have all these newer guys. That's who you push, and you use, just like with Johnson and them, a 5-year plan.
Yes.
You do a 5-year plan, and in 5 years, they'll be like, what's the Attitude Era? If you do
everybody
right.
keeps on, I left because of attitude, because there's no cussing. Well, you ain't got to have cussing.
Right.
You just have decent storylines and decent people that people like. It ain't matter if they cuss or they don't cuss. Right. Or the women show their boobies or they don't show their boobies. I just want entertaining stuff. And you get the same old, same old. I've been a fan for years and...
A long time.
A long time.
A lot of gray.
Almost 30 years.
Woo!
Next year will be 30 years that I've been a fan of WWE.
I didn't even allow that long.
But you have to change. You got the Kevin Owens. People love Kevin. They love Dolph. They love AJ. They're very good for AJ here. Cesaro comes back. Yes. Tyson Kidd may never come back.
They say he may never come back.
You got Finn Balor. You got Sami Zayn. You got people in NXT that people love. I mean,
but even Tyson Kidd, that's another guy. He could go be a trainer.
He could be a trainer.
And I'll be okay with that. Natalya, I think, is going to be one of the women trainers when she retires.
Yeah, but this bringing old people back to save the day.
It makes your current roster look weak.
You're not going to have, someday you're not going to be able to do that.
Exactly. They're going to be too old, or you're not going to have enough money to provide for them, and they're going to be like, nah, we'll be sitting at the house.
Yeah. Austin still don't know what he's going to do.
Right. You didn't tell that man already?
You know what he's going to do? He's going to ride down to the ring in his four-wheeler, he's going to drink a beer, and say, that's the bottom line, because Stone Cold says so, give him a check, and he's going to ride
We're
around.
here at the Silver Dome!
So, well, let's go next with the Hall of Fame. Should be, might be, not at all.
So it might be.
The might be Goldberg.
Might be Goldberg. I mean, that is a top-tier name that they could get another year out of if they go back to Atlanta, like you talked about. They were going back to Atlanta when the new stadium gets built.
Right.
It would make sense.
Which I think is 2018.
2018, that's okay. But because Vince also always wants to get that huge number of people in there before Super Bowl gets there.
Yes, he wants to get...
Which he knows he's going to get more people in there because they don't have ground seating for the Super Bowl.
Whenever they mention the Super Bowl is going someplace,
he jumps ahead.
He wants to get the WrestleMania there.
Which I'm okay with that. But here's the thing.
And it may be Orlando next year, Minnesota the following year, and then Atlanta the next year.
And I'm okay with that. Okay, so in 3 more years, you make Goldberg your headline guy. Yes, he doesn't get along with Vince. He doesn't get along with Triple H. That's fine.
Well, that's 3 years from now. Vince may not be around.
Right. But it's all about the money.
Right.
Okay, because number
one...
Would
it hurt? It wouldn't hurt for Goldberg to go in.
No. Give him a paycheck, blah, blah, blah. And it doesn't affect anybody. It makes the Hall of Fame, like, oh, well, you know, they put a legit guy in the Hall of Fame. That's good, whatever. Yes. He was the main star. Besides Sting, he was the guy that WCW actually built around their company. So that could work. And I would totally be okay with Goldberg going in. And it wouldn't bother me a bit if the year before that they, you said Minnesota possibly?
Yes, because they got a new arena, a new stadium
New building. There you go.
Yes.
But it wouldn't bother me a bit if they had Goldberg come in. Because he said he wants to have one match for his kids to see him. They never got to see him wrestle because they weren't born yet, blah, blah, blah.
Yes.
Let them, have his WrestleMania moment, an actual WrestleMania, not like the doozy of a match with Brock Lesnar.
No, let's do that one again.
Lord, and don't have him against Ryback. It's not a dream match. Nobody in the world has thought, I actually want to see that. Nobody. No. Quit faking that mess. Have him in a legit good match so he can have the WrestleMania moment, his kids can see him wrestle, and then, boom, the next night on Monday Night Raw, he could come out and they can announce he'll be going to the Hall of Fame the following year. Boom, you got a whole year.
Yes. Okay, should be and definitely will be is Kane.
Yes.
Don't know when. Could be the next 3 years.
I could see him with
when he retires, the next year he's going.
Yeah. Just like Daniel Bryan, I think next year he'll be the headliner.
Yes, Daniel Bryan will go in next year.
They don't need to do it. They don't need to do it this time.
But it could be Daniel Bryan and Taker could be the main ones. One starts, one's in. So.
And I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
But I definitely Kane would definitely be one, and it would be nice, but I don't think he'll do it. It would be nice for Undertaker to put him in, but Undertaker, it's my character. Can't talk. Well, go back to the biker thing, and you'll be all right.
Yes.
But yeah, for some reason he has this thing about talking. But who else would Kane? I mean, because Paul Bearer passed away, so who else would put Kane in? X-Pac. They were tag team champions. RVD. They were tag team champions.
Big Show.
Daniel Bryan. They were tag team champions. All those people we listen, tag team champions were Kane. We need to research how many partners that man's had. Goodness.
I know who puts Kane in. Jerry Lawler.
Oh yeah, Jerry Lawler got him to start.
Or Bret Hart.
That's true too. Why is it yankum ball?
So,
And then the not at all, ladies and gentlemen.
don't care if they are talking about coming back to work with them. Man, I don't care.
You know, they let the dead dogs lie and let him come back. I still don't think he would be. The Matt Bloom would not step down.
No, he'll be there. He will not take over. No.
I think he should be just like a consultant person. He should be one of the lower level guys. Because
keep him away from the donuts.
yes, away from the donuts, away from naked people. Because there's just too much controversy there. You know, you want his knowledge there. That's great. That's fine. But you don't want to deal with the repercussions. But going to the Hall
if he doesn't get hired back, who cares?
Exactly. Who cares? NXT's rolling right along without him, and we're doing good.
Have we missed him? Have we missed Billy Gunn?
Not today. But this person is Hugh Morris, General Erection, or Bill DeMott.
Yes. So.
I don't see him go in. No.
Nope. Sorry.
I mean, especially if they put him, like, he would be that Coco Beware for me. If Big Boss Man's not in yet.
Or Honky.
I'm looking at big men.
The greatest Intercontinental Champion of all time.
I'm looking at big men.
I'm just talking about people in general.
I know, but I'm looking at big guys. You talk about Bill DeMott going in. He does not deserve to go in before big guys like Vader, like Big Boss Man. Who else is a big man? Even King Kong freaking Bundy. I'd rather him go in before Bill DeMott.
I think Bundy's in there. Right?
I don't think he is.
I don't know.
I don't think he is.
That would be a shock.
I
thought they would have cleared WrestleMania 1 by now.
I don't think he is in there. We'll have to research, but I don't think he is.
Yeah, no. You think about WrestleMania 1, everybody who was on the WrestleMania card that meant anything to the company
yes.
would be in the Hall of Fame by now.
So we're going with this or this?
Or whatever.
So the March Macho Madness Tournament. Second set of 8 stars.
Yes.
In no particular order.
No particular order. This is not their seedings in the tournament. Or
Speaking of the big men, we got Big Van Vader.
Yes.
Under the World Championship
we
bracket.
got Ricky the Dragon Steamboat, United States Champion.
We got Ron Simmons, the very first black World Heavyweight Champion.
We got Steve Austin, the United States Champion.
We have American Dream Dustin Rose, World Champion.
We got Tully Blanchard, the United States Champion.
We got that hurt a little bit there. Randy Savage, the World Champion.
And we got Roddy Piper as United States Champion. And that is the second set of 8.
Second set of 8.
For our Macho Madness Tournament.
We are jumping right along. We got 4 sets. 4 sets of 8.
4 sets, yep.
And then we do the tournament, guys.
And like I said, if everything goes according to plan, episode 100, we will name a winner for the Macho Madness Tournament.
Now we have the 10 shocking WWE Superstar Fire Rings no one saw coming. And we're ending it today, if I can read it.
Sleepy time.
Sleepy time for the computer. Number 1 is Jeff Jarrett.
J-E-F-F. J-A-R-R-E.
Double T. Oh, what could have been. While WCW fans were obviously upset to see the company fall from grace the way it did, there was a lot of excitement surrounding the fact that the WWE had bought them out, mostly because of the kind of opportunities that presented with beloved stars making the leap from that promotion to the victor of the Monday Night Wars. However, while Vince McMahon brought a long list of names on board, many of whom would go on to find great success with the company, there was one huge star notable by his absence. They actually spell it Jet right there. Look at that. You see that?
I see it.
Jeff Jarrett may have been a little more than a comedy character in the WWE, but he was a legit main eventer in WCW who you would have to believe could have done good business for Vince McMahon. However, the vengeful WWE owner very publicly fired Jarrett as a way of paying him back for very nearly. That's weird. Paying him back
for nearly leaving the company.
For very nearly. Wow. For leaving the company to jump to WCW as the Intercontinental Champion years earlier. An equally big factor was Jarrett pretty much blackmailing Vince into giving him a huge payday for dropping the title to China before he left. McMahon got his revenge by publicly humiliating Jarrett, and while he's since gone on record to talk positively about his time in the WWE, this is one guy who you'll never see in the Hall of Fame.
No, say never. Say never.
If Vince is dead, it might still happen. That's why he created his own Hall of Fame, but he went in after what? 4 people went in?
Yes.
That's stupid. But ladies and gentlemen, that was a huge firing. He did it live on the telecast, simulcast. That's the word for it.
Yep.
Between Raw and almost at SmackDown, Nitro. They could have changed it to Nitro. But anyway.
They could have.
But that was a huge moment. It was like, okay, is this a storyline? You know, what's going on here? And then come to find out it's because of the blackmailing that his contract was up.
First of all, you shouldn't have the wrestlers hold the belt. You should hold the belt as a company and just give them out when they get there.
Right. Exactly.
Then they can't take the belts off with them.
That's true. That is very true.
You just strip off the title and say, go on to WCW then.
Yeah. But they have possession of the belt, and so he said, hey, you know, I want this huge payday, or I'm not going to lose to China because my contract's already up. And basically, it ended the day before the pay-per-view.
That's bad.
Bad business. Should have been paying attention to that.
Yep.
Should have had some kind of clause in there to have an extension.
Yes.
But anyway, so his contract was up, and he said, hey, I want some more money. So they had to give him the money so that he could drop it to China, and he went on to WCW to be like a 1,700 times WCW champion because of Vince Russo.
Vince loved him. Not McMahon.
Not that Vince.
Yes.
Yes. So yeah, I mean, not really shocking. Now that we know that kind of stuff, you know, it's like, yeah, of course.
Oh, well,
why would you have him come back?
Nope.
But
you never know.
I would have, if it was me, if I was Vince, you know, they say Vince is a very forgiving man. I think I would have just went ahead and did it. I would have probably lowballed the offer, but he probably had one of those guaranteed contracts. He would have had to pick that up. You know, that's why Nash and Hall and Hogan and Goldberg and all them didn't come right away.
No.
Because they had contracts that lasted 2 or 3 more years.
Set out and collect a check.
Exactly. And so Jarrett probably had the same clause, so even though he got fired publicly on TV, he was sitting at home making the good money, and then that's when he started TNA. But I mean, I probably would have bit the bullet because Jarrett, I mean, it would have been, if you would have pushed him like WCW did, they could have got some high caliber matches out of it, and it could have brought some WCW fans over. So, but, you know,
hey, that's
hindsight's 20/20.
That's right.
But next week we talk on Ringside News, of course.
Don't know what.
We don't know yet. WrestleMania review, 17, 18, 19, and 20. We will talk about
20.
I do love 20. We will talk about that, but what will be...
What will it be?
Oh, what will it be? Okay, I was like, whoa, where are we going with this? Plus the PWI 500. What number?
I don't know, you tell me.
Oh, I'm on the spot. I'm on the spot here.
Pick a number, man!
Between 1 and 500.
Yeah, that ain't been already used.
Oh, I don't know what's been used, so I'm going to say 50.
50.
We're saying 50.
We're saying 50, so we're going to see who's in the BWI 500.
The third set of the 8 for the March Macho Madness Tournament. Also, buy, sell, or hold is coming back. What will happen?
I don't know.
Uh-oh. Interesting. All that plus so much more. Will we get more surprises Monday? What's the teaser about Monday from Mr. Bulletproof Balor?
Plus, I mean, who's going to die? Who's going to come back? Who's going to go away? You have no clue. So much.
There's always something.
There is always something. Because you notice how we missed last week, not having too much, and then the week was coming back. Shane showed up wrong.
Exactly.
So
it's crazy. So maybe it was okay that we missed because it wasn't a big news.
Because the biggest news I had before Shane was Wade Barrett leaving.
See, and that's like, yeah. Who cares?
That's right. He can go to TNA.
He can.
We may use that next week too, because I saw the article coming up where these people in the wrong place where they belong. You saw that article?
I think I tagged you.
You might have tagged me that article. I also saw it too, then saw you tag me. So
yeah, I tagged you.
So that made
because I want to use that. That's good.
That's probably a whole lot more.
Yes, because that's really good. We should use that.
So we'll see you next week for episode 94 right
94.
here. I'm Mike Hogan.
And I'm just a Kyle.
Enjoy your Oscars this weekend.
Absolutely.
Yes. I mean, you won't see it because it's technically out.
And you're Walking Dead.
I hope your Oscars are Walking Dead were everything you wanted them to be.
Yes.